for tuning in to another fun episode with your favorite MousekeMoms, Jennifer.
Hello.
Lori.
Hi.
And Juliana. Hello. So this is the episode that we look forward to every year, all two of them. And it's our year in review, our second annual year in review.
That's
We'd love to sit back.
exciting.
It is exciting. We made it.
I like the cocktail one.
That's your favorite?
Anyway,
we look forward to this one too. We love to sit back and reminisce though about our year on the podcast and relive some of the good and mostly the bad and the ugly with you. Maybe share some stuff you didn't get to hear. I don't know. But before we do that, we of course need to have the Mouske cocktail.
All right. So we have notes before we do this. I'm just giving you guys a little insight here. Whoever wrote this put this is a tough one. This wasn't a tough one. So
she's going off script. She's going rogue.
Call 911. Oh my God.
So we're going over our favorite cocktail. And again, not so tough. So the winner of the 2021 Mouske cocktail was the fig cocktail. Again, people that agree with me, this was not a shocker. So white cranberry juice and fig vodka. It was at the Epcot's International Food and Wine Festival over in the Morocco area. It was fantastic and delicious.
It's just white cranberry juice and fig vodka. That's it.
I wonder how it would taste with sparkling something. Make it bubbly.
I was going to say, I wonder how it would taste if you added a little winter spice to it. Like a little
What's winter spice?
Like cinnamon or cloves or like anise. I hate saying that word because it's but
add
you know what I mean?
We don't
like
mind.
that like if you put a little star anise on top.
I think there is one in it.
Yeah,
there
is.
is.
Right. And it gives it such a nice, subtle like aroma. It's really nice.
They do need to change that word. It's not a good word.
Right.
Oh God. You guys. I have no words at all.
Well, anyway, apparently though, fig vodka is readily available at many liquor stores.
Yeah, I found it yesterday in mine. I was very excited.
I need
That's
to find
exciting.
It. Maybe that's what I should add. All right. I like that. Yes.
Anyway, 2021 was a big year for our little podcast. From the many adventures of the MousekeMoms on location to our exciting string of show guests, we hope you've had as much fun listening as we've had recording. So let's revisit some of our favorite moments, starting with our guests. I feel like 2021 was the year of the Mouske guest.
That's a word.
It is a word. It's a word now. So let me just read some of these and then we'll go back and start talking a little bit. But 2021, we saw Sir Willow, who is a former PhotoPass photographer and current YouTuber. We had a whole episode with Ear for Each Other cast members. We had Ashley Kraft, the author of the unofficial Disney Parks cookbooks. We had her on twice. We had Trisha Dabb, who is an author of the Not So Evil Stepmother books. We had Dina Buchholz, who is the author of the Harry Potter cookbook, on. We had Sue Solari, who is now the MousekeMoms official stylist. She's been on a couple of times. We talked with Jen LaForge, who is a YouTuber, Deanna Romano, who is an Instagram influencer. Of course, we had Brian Vogt Weiss, who is an executive producer from Disney Plus. We had Jean Maney, Trent and Jenny and Ryan Wright all hosting their own Disney podcasts. And then, of course, we had Christine Kidder, who's a career coach. So lots of guests. It was an exciting year to branch out and widen our circle of friends.
Yeah, we're definitely a part of the community now.
Right.
Whether they like it or not.
Yeah. So Sir Willow was our first guest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And he was such a joy to talk to. He gave us so much inside scoop about what it was like to be a cast member. And I loved talking to him because I think he was probably the most unique, one of the most unique conversations that we had with anyone.
Yeah. No, He's great. You know, he has his YouTube channel where he covers a lot of theme parks, mostly Disney, but he does cover other theme parks in there too. And I loved some of his stories.
We talked to a lot of cast members and did like lots of cast member themed shows this year, which is always nice because I don't like to forget. I like to remind people that the cast members are what make Disney so special. So
right. And but Sir Willow was, I feel like, the most customer facing cast member for the longest amount of time. Like,
yes.
And so he just had story after story after story that we could talk about. We talked about for an hour. It was just so easy to talk about for an hour.
Yes. That was a fun one.
Yeah.
We also had a lot of authors.
Yes.
Which is interesting, but yeah, I mean, I think Ashley Kraft for sure I mean, she's just so cute. So it's always such a pleasure to have her on the show talking about her stuff. And I think she just finished another book that's coming out soon and she's working on a fourth. So I feel like we'll be having her on again.
I was going to say, she announced, it was finally announced that she is doing an Epcot book, which is awesome.
Yeah, that's totally up our alley.
Yes. So 100% up our alley. So we're looking forward to that one. Trisha is lovely. Juliana and I hung out with Trisha on the 50th anniversary. So that's the nice part, is having some of these guests on here. Trisha actually lives in Chicago too by me. But we were actually able to meet up with her at the 50th anniversary, which was really cool.
Again, like I love that we're expanding our Disney friend circle. So that's pretty cool too. Right. Same with these other Disney podcasters. You guys are going to see, we were on Gene's Disney Underground podcast and he came on our podcast, and you're going to, spoiler alert, see us doing some more things with him in 2022. But, and then Ryan Wright from Disney Inside Out, I think I like him most of all. I feel like the Scarecrow. I love him.
After, you know.
Gene. I love Ryan, and I love listening to his podcast too. I think he's so charming with everyone. And
all these podcasts are great, and we really enjoyed doing all of them. And we met Gene in Epcot as well. Yes. So we get to meet these people in person as well, which is really fun because we geek out and talk about shop. But I think it's no surprise, and certainly no disrespect to anyone we've spoken to, that the interview that sticks out the most is the one that I get gaga over, is the one with Brian Volk-Weiss.
Yes.
That one is, I need to talk to him more. I just was fascinated by everything he had to say. So for those of you who didn't get to listen to that one, he's an executive producer for shows on Disney Plus, and if that's not your thing, also the Netflix ones.
Behind the movies, he did Behind the Attractions for Disney Plus. He did The Toys That Made Us and The Movies That Made Us, not Behind the Movies. It's The Toys That Made Us and The Movies That Made Us, both of which Mark and I wound up watching those series, and we loved them. It's just such nostalgia for our, like, I think he's my age, so all the things that he talks about in these shows are just, it's nostalgia. It's like your Hulk Hogan toys and your Cabbage Patch Kids. And
I was going to say, he was awesome to talk to. He had so many behind the scene moments that he shared with us from Behind the Attractions. I am more excited for season 2 of Behind the Attractions, because then we get to reach back out and try and interview him again. Then what
Is there going to be a season 2?
I don't know if
I don't think it's been announced yet.
I know that he told us, Mouske fans, make a difference here for us so we can talk to him again. I know that he told us that the best way to ensure that there will be a season 2 is to watch all of season 1 in its entirety.
Yes.
So y'all just go ahead and do that.
Go ahead and do it.
Yes, they have not announced anything.
But I think they will. I think the cool common denominator between all these guests that we interviewed this year is that we got some really great stories. And that is like the thing that I like the most about having guests on our shows, because you know, the three of us talk to each other all the time, and I think we've heard each other's stories for the most part. So it's kind of nice to be able to invite other people.
Hey, we want
Basically, what Jen just said.
Basically, what I'm saying.
Your stories.
We're boring her now.
I am done with these two fools.
Bring on some more interesting people.
Absolutely. 100%. See, you did get it.
Can't talk to you fools anymore. All right. Got it. Well, if we can't talk to each other, we should just travel together.
Because we need new stories. And so
because
that
we
is
make stories together.
Which is, I think, my most favorite part of this podcast is that when we go and we travel, being able to kind of do our shows about like what we do to get ready for travel and all the planning that goes involved with that. And then we even did live shows on location this year, which was super fun. But to recap, Mouske fans, this is what we did in 2021. And just you wait till 2022. In 2021, we got to go virtually with Lori on her Orlando adventure from December through April. In March, Lori and Jen were at the opening of the Flower and Garden Festival, and we were in Universal Studios together doing all things Harry Potter. In July, you got to come with us, with Lori and I, to the Food and Wine Festival. In August, all three of us were in Disney for a couple of days, and you got to go to the Boo Bash and see all of what that was about. We can't forget that in September, we got to cruise on Disney Cruise Line and take you all along with us on that adventure. And then, of course, the biggest adventure yet was the being there in person live for the Magic Kingdom's 50th anniversary on October 1st. So,
and you can't forget my picture with Josh from the 50th.
Hi, I got a selfie with Josh on the Disney Cruise Line.
If you guys saw the selfie from Jen, it wasn't really a selfie.
It was me going.
It was Jen's face with a very tiny Josh.
Starstruck.
That's tiny.
But he was so handsome.
I got eye contact into the phone. Just saying. Eye contact.
Whatever. Anyway, there was a lot of travel.
Because I'm the only one who doesn't. You guys can argue about whose selfie is better. I'm the only one who doesn't have one.
This is true. This is 2022 goals right here, kids. Anyway, there was a lot of travel to be had in 2021, even more to come in 2022. But can we pick a favorite? I mean, we weren't all together except for in August. So that for me is my favorite because we actually got some really nice pictures together in the Magic Kingdom. We got to do the capture your moment photo pass thing, which was really fun.
I was going to say, I loved the 50th, but I'm not going to lie, spending like 3.5 months down at Disney was pretty much my favorite.
Well, yeah. I mean, of course, right. That, poof.
Yeah. What more can you say?
Right.
And the favorite of those 3.5 months, of course, was when I came and crashed your party for a couple days.
Yes,
and utilized that fantastic guest room.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Of course.
Was it the fantastic guest room with the Harry Potter beds?
Yeah. But she didn't get to stay in the Harry Potter bed.
She wouldn't let me.
No, the boys were in there. She was in there. Then
that would be creepy.
Right. And then she did ask Logan about the Nemo room because he had 4 beds just to himself. And he still said no.
Because again, creepy.
Whatever, y'all.
I don't know what my favorite trip was because, listen, I'm going to be honest. When we go down, we have a ball. We have an absolute ball. But it's work. And so... like Lori's favorite Disney experience this year was when she was there, I guess for her, she really was working December through April. A lot of it was work, but a lot of it wasn't, right?
Yeah.
And for me, as many times as I went with you guys, my favorite time was when I went with my family in October. No offense.
Well, never mind. I take back my answer.
I know, right? I'm going to go the absolute opposite of Jen and tell you that my favorite time was when neither of you
was when I was with none of you fools.
It's all right.
Wow.
My favorite was Juliana
This
curled
is-
up in the fetal position on the hub at the
That's
end of
what
the 50th.
happens to me when I have to work at Disney for 18 hours in a
And
row.
in her earmuffs and flannel pajamas and in the I don't know, on the toddler bed.
Yes, on the toddler bed.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, we definitely
Good
have
times.
had some hilarious moments on all of our trips where there's complete shenanigans. Definitely having to wear my snow pants to bed was one of them because Lori likes it so cold in the room. But what else? Like what other? Were there
And
any?
getting to meet some of these other Disney fanatics and Disney influencers and stuff, which that's fun. And
I was gonna say, Juliana and I met a Mouska fan when we were there for the 50th.
I
That's
missed
right.
all the fun
Boardwalk.
Can we
stuff.
shout out? I don't think we ever shout out to Yvette on the podcast.
Yes.
But
Shout out.
it was one of the highlights of my year, Yvette. Like I have never been stopped in public before because I'm wearing my MousekeMoms t-shirt. It was like so great. We took a picture,
awesome.
and Yvette is a doll, and she knows more about Disney than anyone. Love having her as a Mouska fan. So thank you, Yvette. That was a highlight of the 50th anniversary and the year, to be honest with you. I mean, so sweet.
It is. It is.
Love it.
I mean, it's awesome. I don't know. Going around the food festivals is always fun. I feel like the food and wine festival, man, that one almost broke me.
But I will tell you, I missed that, thank God. But I will tell you, girls. So here, I'll shout out to you. I prefer doing Epcot with you guys.
Well, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anytime I'm in Epcot with you guys, it's a good time.
I agree.
The kids can get in the way. But to be fair, this morning, as we're talking about memories from last year, I was giving my kids the countdown because we're in Disney soon and how many days were left. And Logan turned and I said, well, ride on Nemo. And he turns to me, he goes, that's the ride you and me went on. And I said, yeah. And then he goes, that was the vacation Mommy and I just took. And he's referring to when we were down there for 3.5 months. The only one I could take in with me was Logan because he was free. And
he is going to always remember that in his head as Mommy took me and just me to Disney World.
Yes. And he's determined that was his own vacation.
That's good. Don't you tell him.
No, I'm not going to.
And I believe I rode Nemo with him.
You did ride Nemo.
I did.
Him. He did.
Doesn't stand out for him as much somehow. It sounds like.
Moving on from our lovely, sentimental, heartfelt episode.
I love you at Epcot.
Mm-hmm. I love you. I'm making you that t-shirt. I love you. I love you at Epcot.
That's the best t-shirt ever. You can do the Epcot ball. So the golf ball, bouncy ball, as Logan called it. And then you can put the little heart with the MousekeMoms logo. Done.
Mm-hmm. Love you at Epcot. Okay.
I love you
so
at Epcot.
anyone listening also knows that in 2021, it was a lot about our listeners, and we tried to incorporate our listeners into our shows through some crowdsourcing. So we had some awesome shows, especially in the beginning of this season, where we just pulled the listeners, got your stories to incorporate. Because again, I'm over their stories. We needed new ones. So, and we got some. So
Juliana is apparently over it all.
Juliana is over it all and done. In 2021, we wanted to get our listeners involved. So we did a couple of episodes in the beginning of the year. The first one we did was we asked our listeners to give us their best advice in 5 words or less. And we got some good ones. We had a lot of great submissions, from the sentimental to the silly. There was one story, be the magic for someone was the best advice. And I love this one. This one was one of the sentimental ones. This woman was in Disney as a group of entrepreneurs. They were learning innovation from the mouse. And so one of the assignments was to ask the cast members what they did to make someone's day special today or magical. And one of the guests decided after that he wanted to be the one to do something magical for someone else. So he ended up giving a pin and a popcorn bucket to another family. And it was one of the best parts of that trip was seeing what he did to make someone else's day special. So they're doing it on all future trips now. And that is lovely. We we talked about how much we love our cast members and what a great way to kind of take to heart what their job is and what they do every day and do it for other people. So, and then of course the silly advice that we got a lot of this one. Your silly advice in 5 words or less: leave your children home. Which again, the 3 of us did a lot of that this year. Yep. Sorry, kids.
Sorry.
And then
I like this one the most. This one was my favorite. The biggest regrets in 5 words. These were fantastic.
Mm-hmm.
Not having a rest day, staying off property for years, rope drop. This one was longer. Rope drop every morning and no afternoon nap.
Oh, big regret.
You know what? I do it more and more now.
I know.
Coffee and liquor, just pair them together.
Or fetal position on the hub.
Fetal position on the hub. Going in the summer heat. Failure to set spending limits. Nah. Not using a travel agent. That right there.
That's my favorite. Biggest regret.
Yep.
I also like not spending more time at the resort. We did a bunch of episodes this year about taking a break, smelling the roses, things to do that are not in the theme park. And so that's a big one too. I like that people are acknowledging that as well.
Yes.
And then not seeing Pandora at night. Did you mention that? I love
No.
Pandora at night.
See, that one
I still haven't seen Pandora.
She's back.
Oh, did you address the fact that I just got up and left?
Yes.
I know. No, but I still have never seen Pandora at night, I was going to say.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever stayed late enough at Animal Kingdom to see any of it at night.
I don't think I've cared to. I think I've seen it at night, and I don't know. Meh.
I love Animal Kingdom. We all know this. I love Animal Kingdom so much, but it is my half-day park. And by half-day, I mean I'm leaving at 6. But that's not usually dark in Florida.
Okay. I've got no words. Pandora at night and Galaxy's Edge at night are both just out of this world. Oh my God.
But so I'm a rope dropper, but I'm not necessarily into the evening person because I like to enjoy the restaurants and Disney Springs and the resorts. And, I've been there so many times. I don't need to do it all.
Cocktails. What she was saying was cocktails.
That is exactly. And food. Duh. But 18 hours at a park will break me, as we've witnessed.
It does. It's not that, honestly, when we were talking about regrets, that is my biggest regret of this year was not getting a picture.
I have to tell you something. That is my biggest regret of the year is that you didn't get a picture. Because I missed it all.
I know.
The mental picture is so valuable. I speak
from all Mouska fans listening, Lori, that you are the biggest regret of the year.
Actually, Lori, I think Trisha took a picture.
Maybe I'm going to have to contact Trisha. It really, you know what? I think I was more stunned and a little afraid of how I was going to get her out of there. That the thought process was not on picture. It was more on.
Well, let's just hope that Trisha's thought process was better than yours.
Lori was concerned for me.
I don't know if concerned for you was more about it or
more
concerned for myself on
that's
how
what I'm hearing.
You out.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing no concern for you.
So much love.
No, it was. We have a long ways to go back.
Yeah, I'm with you. I would have left her.
We were at the boardwalk, man. I had to get you on a bus, and then I had to get you all the way. It just,
I did it. It was just the downtime before the fireworks that I was just like, I cannot just sit here waiting any longer. I need a nap. And I'll be fine.
There was little girls that were trying to interact, and Trisha was being fantastic and talking to them. Juliana just stayed in her curled little ball, and she was like, I'm not speaking to you.
So what you're saying is little girls were rallying and being great, and Juliana was passed out on the hub.
Yes.
That is exactly what we are saying.
That's great. Yes. This is going to be a tough one to beat in 2022. You set the bar high for that one.
You mean for regrets?
No, for
Memories.
Most memorable moment of
For-
so that I win. The most memorable moment of 2021.
Not memorable. I'm thinking more like most noteworthy behavior in a
Yes.
theme park. And the winner is.
Oh, I'm gonna win this one every year. I can top myself. I can top that.
I'm concerned because I feel like the next time you're in a theme park, it's the Princess Half Marathon. God, the possibilities are endless for that one.
We really might need to fly down for that one now.
I'm gonna check into flights again.
Yeah,
I think
we might.
that's a must do.
All right, as per usual,
Aw.
Juliana's come back and we've gone on a tangent.
Yes.
So
I blame
I'm
Juliana.
the one who's fun. Okay. So clearly there's no love here. Well, I was gonna say there's no love here, but then you said you were gonna come for the marathon.
I know, you're welcome.
Whoa, we were coming not to support, but to make fun of.
I was just gonna say that. I thought you were saying you were coming to support me.
No,
But I should know better.
No, we're coming to bear witness because Lori had an epic fail this year and did not capture your slumber party on the hub.
Yes.
So are you
So
saying that you think that I am not going to make it through the marathon?
No,
No,
I'm saying
I
that you're
think
not
you
going to
are.
make it gracefully or
Yeah.
Anyway,
Wow.
back
Wow.
to the crowdsource, back to what's important today, girls, which is our listeners. And our listeners.
And where we do have a lot of love, if not for each other, is for our cast members. Jen said it earlier. We love cast members. We did a whole tribute episode on cast members. It was a really fun one to crowdsource. We got everyone to send in some stories, and there were such good ones. I didn't realize this was a while ago. I did not realize this was actually this year. It's such a good show. If you haven't heard it, go back and listen. It's really cool. So many cool stories that just really exemplify why we love the cast members so much and why they make Disney what it is. And in all honesty, it's the thing that we kind of miss the most at Disney right now because the cast members are spread so much thinner. You wonder if they don't have the time to give the same personal touches that they used to. We all have awesome cast member stories. Everyone is still experiencing great cast member stories. I know I have in my times going back to Disney since COVID, but I loved hearing all of the ones from our listeners and our Mouseke fans. And one of our favorites is probably this one that is incredibly touching. One of our Mouseke fans told us that her husband passed out on a 3D motion ride, which can happen. And that cast members never left her side. They called to check on him throughout the day, even. So after they parted ways, they kept checking on him. They brought him a fan and a cute Mickey plush. And when they missed their dining reservations, they scheduled it for them. They rescheduled it for them and got them some free fast passes to enjoy the rest of the day. So
I miss fast passes.
I know. Well, that's a whole separate topic. But just the fact that they turned what would have felt like a horrible experience, right? All the feelings you would feel after something like that happened, and turned it into something that she felt so positive about. She wrote to us about it. So these are just the things, right? And like we talked earlier about Sir Willow's experiences, these things mean just as much to the cast members as they do to us. And
which I think was the most was the nicest part to hear when we talk to cast members, that as much as they mean so much to us and we love telling these stories about this pixie dust happening or this somebody special who made our vacation so memorable, they had similar stories, but from that side of the coin, which was really nice to hear. So
absolutely. I love to hear it. And none of them ever hesitated, right? Like we asked all the cast members we spoke to, what is one of the most memorable experiences you had creating magic for a guest? And without giving them the questions ahead of time, everybody had a story immediately.
Yeah, it was
no
nice.
one had to say like, oh, I got to think about it. Which one was it? Like, they all had one, and they probably had several to choose from right there, but just picked one. It's special. It's special. I've never experienced stuff like that anywhere else.
They should create a book
of
all past cast member experiences.
Bob,
we should do this.
don't listen.
No, Lori, this is our moneymaker right here. I know there's a lot of money in publishing right now. So
Sorry, authors.
but
Perhaps when we speak again to Brian Vogt Weiss, this could be a show, like a Disney Plus special.
oh, now you just gave away the milk.
No, Brian knows that it's our idea. He acknowledged that on our show anyway.
That's right, he
All
did.
good ideas are our ideas.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we're good.
yeah,
I
that
trust
is
him.
true.
I trust him.
That's true. So overall then, what were your favorite episodes?
I mean, we talked about the Brian Vogt
Yeah.
Weiss interview. I think all three of us can agree on that. I really liked the episode where we talked about stopping and smelling the roses.
I'm pretty sure I didn't do that episode.
Then maybe that's why I like it so much.
Oh my gosh. We're all in the holiday spirit here. I love that one too, though, Jen. And I honestly, Lori, I don't really remember if you were there or not. Big surprise.
Lovely.
One of our Mouske fans could tell us. It was a long time ago that we did that one.
Yeah, that one was a long time ago. I don't remember that one.
But I'm a convert to stopping and smelling the roses. I used to be like, we got to get it all in. We got to go. And I really do understand that mentality when you don't get to go often. But being able to stop and smell the roses takes the magic to a whole new level. I really do love all the, like, just again, Disney, everywhere you turn, there's something you didn't notice before.
Yeah, I was gonna say food ones are my favorite figure.
Yeah.
But no, I like when we cover the festivals. I love diving deep into the festivals and seeing all the food and everything else.
I've loved doing the brackets too. You were
The brackets
really
are
big on
fun.
helping us do that also. And I think that made it fun and manageable to be able to try a lot of different things.
Yep. I honestly,
agree.
my family's down there for the 28th, and I think we're gonna do a bracket for Epcot. I might just make it for my family, just so you know, it's something fun for all of us to do because there's 10 of us going. So
which is the best way to do that too, because you get to try the most.
You're going to have so much fun. That's such a great idea. And then not only that, but you can sort of engineer what people try.
Correct.
And so it's all things that you want to try. And also you're not wasting time with 10 people trying to decide what they need to eat. You can just be like, I've got this narrowed down for you. These are the best things. Trust me.
Agreed.
Yeah. As I say, another one of my favorites was when we did the live one from Grand Floridian. Jen and I did the live one from the balcony. Juliana joined from the computer, but that one was fun.
When was that?
That one was
July.
And we did the food and wine
That's right.
overview.
Oh, can we go back to favorite behavior at Disney? Because you guys had one.
Oh.
When you decided that you could not possibly stay value for a night and had to upgrade to what club level at Poly?
I see nothing wrong with that.
No.
What are you talking about?
Memorable moment, perhaps?
Award-winning decision making.
Yeah.
I'm confused. I'm confused.
You know,
it was good business. It was good business.
Nothing against the values. But
I make no apologies for preferring deluxe.
I was going to say the story I told my husband, and I can say this because he doesn't listen, is that the
Mark,
Polynesian just came through the renovation, and we had to see the new rooms and experience them.
Right. MousekeMoms are always on top of the news.
And honestly, it was a good decision after the fact because I wasn't feeling 100% when we checked in that day. So I got to actually sleep and be okay and then sit by the Polly's pool. So it was a good decision. That
was a good day.
Yeah.
Again,
much
health
worse.
reasons.
Yeah.
You had pineapple?
Reasons, I would have felt horrible. What?
You had pineapple?
Yeah, well, I had to get vitamin C in myself, and then the alcohol kills germs, which I strongly believe in.
And you had a nap on a lounge chair.
And I had a nap, and it was...
I had to be able to tell our listeners about how fast the water slide goes
All
And-
important pieces
in
of
the Polynesian
information.
pool.
And again, I missed that photo. I think the goal for 2022 is for me to have my phone
Just
and
attach the camera.
For Lori to get embarrassing photos of both of us, I think
Yes.
is what her goal for 2020
You know
that's my
what?
goal.
Bring it.
That's my goal.
Well,
It's
I want to
my goal.
know what our Mouseka fans' goals are, Disney related, for 2022. And I also want to know what their favorite episodes were.
For 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All good questions. All
Please
good
answer
questions.
them, Mouseka fans.
Please
answer
do.
them. Until then, if you had fun reminiscing with us, that means you had a fun year with us. Are you a subscriber? It's easy to check. Simply go on the platform you prefer and listen to us. And look up our show, MousekeMoms Podcast, on the show page. Check and make sure the subscribe button is checked or illuminated or however it works on your platform. And if not, please go ahead and do that now. That is it. It's super easy and it really does help us. The more subscribers we have, the more likes and listens we have, and the easier it is for us to attract some of the amazing guests to come and chat with us. So thank you for doing that. It will really help us improve.
All right. So thanks for spending another episode with us and another season with us. That's it for season 2, guys.
Woohoo! It's a wrap.
Yay. We can't wait to show you what we have in store for season 3. And as always, please be sure to subscribe. So I can't say the word either.
You were
Subscribe,
laughing at me.
right? To our show so that you can receive notifications when new content is released and you never miss an episode. And please consider writing us a review on Apple Podcasts as well. Follow us on Facebook at MousekeMoms Podcast, where we go live with all the news out of Disney on at Facebook at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Thursday. And check out our blog at MousekeMoms with an S, blog.com.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.